and welcome to another Stamp Around UK video hop where a group of Stampin' Up demonstrators, we've got together, picked a theme and we're all doing little videos. And if you look in the description below, you'll find all the links to all the blogs, all the videos that we've made on YouTube. You will have to excuse me. Apparently there's a lot of pollen around at the moment because it's been so warm, so my nose is a little bit irritated. So if I suddenly disappear, it's because I've gone off to sneeze again. As usual, I've left this video to last minute, so I have to do it today. I decided as soon as it said Sparkle and Shine, I thought we need this. So this is, I'm just checking, yes, you can see how sparkly that is. This is the Speciality Vellum from the current mini catalogue, which runs out on the 4th of January. So if you haven't got yours, get it now. It is amazing. There's 4 sheets of shiny vellum and then 4 sheets that have got a flock effect on, but it's very thick, it's really robust, so it's a lovely vellum to work with. And so what I've come up with is this little card, and so it's a little triangle and the space here to put a flameless tea light, which I got from the good old Amazon. Everything else came from Stampin' Up, obviously. And I think you can probably just about see, it's a bit difficult because it's quite light. You can just see that candle flickering behind. So in an evening when that candle's flickering, it looks absolutely beautiful. And then it folds flat and not in use. Okay, so what do you need? You need a piece of vellum. Now this, everything else is in inches apart from one measurement. So this is 3 inches deep, but it's actually 10 centimeters wide. And that's so that it just fits on the card without showing, because this card is 4 inches, which is 1/16 of an inch wider than the vellum is. So that, as I say, 3 inches by 10 centimeters. Okay, so the base of the card. So I've used Evening Evergreen here, and this piece is 4 inches by 10.5, and I'm going to do some scoring. I will be doing a blog post about this, so if you haven't quite caught all the measurements, it doesn't matter because they'll be on the blog post as well. But I'm pushing this in with a lot, so I'm scoring from the long side, and I'm going to score at 4 inches. 8 inches, and then 9 and 10. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10, and that's all your scoring done. Oh. Tell me the nose is... Oh. Excuse me. I am hoping it's just pollen and not the start of a winter cold. Right, so I've done all our scoring here. The other thing you're going to need is 2 pieces of card which are 3 3/4 inches square in basic white, and then a scrap of basic white for your sentiment. Okay. There we go. So to get the aperture in the front of the card, I've used a decal rectangle, favourite dies at the moment, and I've used the 4th one from the inside. So it's the 4th smallest, and I'm going to die cut my section out of this section here. So this will be the front of the card. So you've got your 4 inches, then your 8, 10, 11, going, no, 8, 9, 10, going there. So I'm just going to cut that out from the front of the card towards the top, so I've got room to put my sentiment in. Note about my sentiment, I've used the Brightest Glow cling stamps, and I've used the Season's Greetings, and this is the die. So I'm just making sure that I have got where I want it. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it out of there. So, and as in true Blue Peter style, in a minute, here's one I produced earlier. So my die cutting machine's on the other side of the room, and if I put it on the desk, everything shakes, and it's a mess. Just excuse me 1 second again. I've cut out that piece now, and I'm going to burnish all my folds now. So we're going to fold that one there. Oh, where is my bone folder? I've got a pencil case somewhere, and it should, and isn't, in there. Sorry, it's not the best video I've ever done this. So I'm just going to burnish that fold there, and then I'm folding the 8-inch score line as a mountain fold. The 9-inch score line is a valley fold, and the 10-inch score line is a mountain fold. So you've got this going on, and that'll give you your final shape, which we have here. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I glue this together is I'm going to complete the inside. So I found that the light reflected a lot better off a white background, so I'm just going to put one of the pieces of the basic white on the back inside of the card, if that makes any sense. This will teach me to not do this video earlier in the month, won't it? I do apologise. Right, so this piece just goes on the back there, and then we want to fix our vellum in place. Now, the first time when I made the prototype, I just used glue, and you can see here it actually detached quite quickly. So what I did then was I put tape top and bottom. So that's what I'm going to do this time here. So I've got my narrow tape, and I'm just going to put a piece across the bottom there, close to the edge, and then piece across the top as well, close to the edge, and then I'll just put a thin bead of glue down the side and it will hold it in place. Just a thin bead of glue. Right, then we'll lift the tape off. There's one. There's the other. So with you using tape, you've not got a huge amount of wriggle room. So you need to decide. I think I'm going to do it. So that's the top corner. And I'm going to start at the top, in the middle. You've got plenty of vellum top and bottom. So there we go. So I've just managed to keep it on the inside there. I'll just stick that down, and I'm burnishing this bit on the tape, just making sure that's holding that in place, and then give the glue a few seconds to dry while I wipe my nose again. I do so sorry. Okay, so I'm quite happy that's dry. So then what we're going to do is concertina fold this bottom piece here. There, and glue it. I'm going to add the sentiment afterwards. So I'm just going to put glue on this little bit here. There we go. And then hold that down and that down, and then we're just going to close up. Okay, making sure that's nice and lined up. Just closing the box. There we go. And we have our card. Okay, so we've got a space for our candle, but it folds nice and flat too. Okay, so now all remains is to do the back and the sentiment. So on the back, I've used the Brightest Glow again. I've used it for the front as well and the back. Can't see it. Brightest glow, brightest glow. I'm having fun with this video, aren't I? So you have to take my word for it. Because I can't find the stamp set. So I've stamped it in Smoky Slate. Wishing you a season of hope and light with the candle in the front there. And then on the front, I'm going to use this sentiment, which is one of my favourites, another favourite die, so the Season's Greeting. And to go with the sparkle and shine, I've actually done this using silver embossing powder. So lots of videos out there showing you how to use embossing powder. So I stamped it in the Versamark, added the embossing powder, heat set it, and then I die cut it again using the Brightest Glow bundle, which is on Walkabouts at the moment. And then I'm just going to add that to the front with some dimensionals. Oh, found it. So I'm just watching my cat eyeing up an open estate car over the way. And those of you who know me know that she's very fond of getting in cars, garages and sheds. I think she's thought the better of it. She hasn't got in. Right, so wishing you a season of hope and light. And I'm going to stamp it on the back of here in Smoky Slate. I think it's a bit too detailed to do it using the embossing powder. It's such a fine sentiment. I think there's a lot of scope for it to perhaps blur. Although looking at it, I suspect it probably would. It's worth a go. So, and that's going to go on the back of your card. Go. And then, so that's where you can write your greetings to the recipient. Quite straight. That's better. There we go. And then with the dimensionals on the front. Because of the needing the candle with this card, I'm probably not going to post it. So I'll just put the 3 dimensionals on the front. If I was posting, I'd probably put 4 or 5 on, because all our post goes through machines in the UK. Okay, just putting that underneath so it fits beautifully just underneath the die. And there we are. So one little sparkle and shiny greetings card. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you make some of your own. It's really simple. And you can use any colour you want. So you can see on the first one I did the die a bit lower, but I think it looks better with the, I did it sort of in the middle, whereas this I've done it towards the top, and I think it does look better. It's a slightly better layout. But there you are. Take care, enjoy December, and I shall see you in the new year. Bye.